Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you haven't missed me too much. Americans, how you doing? You still awake? Still awake, Americans? Still awake? It's a weekday. It's a weekday, so you shouldn't be awake right now. What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? What are you doing awake, guys? Don't you have work? Don't you have school tomorrow? I'm barely awake and I'm in EU. If you're in EU, good morning. If you're in America, go the fuck to sleep. If you're in Asia, Australia, hello? Hello? Hey guys, hope your day is going good. My day is also going good. Had a lovely lunch. Had a lovely salad for lunch. See, I think, you know, mostly, I literally just had an actual proper lunch break. And it was good. It was good. More streamers should do it, even though you lose viewership every time you go offline. But you know, it's actually nice having a lunch break in between your streams and stuff like that. 3 streams in a row. What happened? Nothing happened. I just have some free time. Yo, big fan. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. These articles are just employment for Garnt. No articles today, man. No articles today. Because what we're going to be doing today, I should not say today because this is not the first stream today. But what we are going to be doing now, in just a moment, is, if you remember, like last month, or I think it's 2 months ago, I can't remember how long it was, Michael B. Jordan did an interview with the BBC. He did an interview with the BBC talking about the new Creed movie, where he basically recommended some starter anime because apparently the new Creed film is very heavily anime inspired. I haven't actually seen it yet. I should really go see it because I love Creed 1 and 2. But apparently it was very heavily anime inspired, and the interviewer asked him what some of his favorite starter anime was. What starter anime would he recommend? And he basically listed off a bunch of anime. And I commented at that time that I did not think that what he recommended was the greatest of choices. So I thought, you know, I'll put my money where my mouth is, and we aren't going over someone else's list today. We aren't going over someone else's opinion. I have actually made a list myself of the perfect anime starter pack. Perfect is obviously subjective, but it is my perfect anime starter pack. So we're going to be going through that today. I have literally made a PowerPoint presentation. That is an absolute lie. I just fucking lied to you. I got my editor Alan to make me a PowerPoint presentation. I just told him what to put into it. Hey, group projects, am I right? I did this. It was me. I did this all. Bold trolling as fuck, bro. This is just how you get A's in every group project. You just take the credit for other people's work. Come on, that's how you do things, right? That's how you do things. All right. Did you guys learn nothing from school? Did you guys learn nothing from school at all? But we're gonna be going through that in just a bit. Classic uni experience. Yeah, let's just chill out a bit while I digest this salad. So I'm not gonna be here all night, unfortunately, guys. I do have dinner plans with Sydney, so this is my excuse just to chill until dinner. All right, had lunch and then dinner. Wow. I know, right? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm leaving for milk once again. But that won't be for a while. No railing? No. I've been doing enough railing off stream, man. I need to stop. I need to goddamn stop. It's too much. Too much. Hey yo, hey. We know. Okay, gacha gamers, we know what I mean. We know what I mean, guys. Come on. There's definitely one railing I do, and yeah, it's I do it a lot. Do it every day. What can I say? What can I say, guys? It's only 5 p.m. in Japan. Yeah, it's still pretty... I mean, I had a late lunch, so I'm not too hungry. But had a late lunch since I finished the stream. What time did I finish the stream? Like 2:30? 2:30 kind of p.m. So it's been a little bit. Michael B. Jordan is actually in Japan right now. I did not... Is he actually? Oh yeah, I saw on Twitter that he got like a Naruto... a signed Shikshi of Naruto or something like that. Fate top 3 boys, I'm calling it now. God fucking damn it. Guys, come on. Not everything in my life is Fate and Honkai and Genshin and I don't know what else I'm known for now. What else am I addicted to? Trash taste guest reveal. Oh god, I wish, man. I wish. In a heartbeat I would do that. In a heartbeat. Will he star in the Naruto live action movie? Is there a Naruto live action movie? I wouldn't be surprised if one was in the works. I haven't heard about it, but I'm kind of waiting for the One Piece live action movie. I'm kind of like, I want it to be good. My hopes are not high at all for the One Piece live action to be good, but you know me, I'm going to be watching it either way. The character designer of Naruto gave him Shikshi. Okay, there. That was it. I mean, no matter what, I don't really care what Michael Jordan says is his starter, Michael B. Jordan says is his starter anime because, guy's a fucking legend already. You don't need the opinion of some random fucking dude who talks about anime too much, you know? The casting for One Piece has been on point, though. That is what I agree with. From what I've seen from the casting of the live action adaptation that Netflix have done, casting has been completely on point. But I also thought about that with the Cowboy Bebop live action movie when it was announced on who was going to be playing that. So, casting isn't everything, especially... Oh, hello, we got some raiders. Hello. Hentai raid, hentai. Henya? Oh, thank you, Henya. It was going too fast, and I definitely didn't misread that as hentai raider. Oh my god. My brain is broken. My brain is goddamn broken. But hello, raiders. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be talking about anime for, I guess, the next 2 odd hours. What we're going to be doing, you just missed the intro of that, but what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going through my top picks for the Ultimate Anime Starter Pack. If you want to get your friends and family into anime, this is the place to be. Don't listen to what anyone else says, because people have their opinions, and obviously their opinions are wrong compared to mine. All right, you can quote me on that. All opinions are wrong compared to mine, you know? Everything I say on Trash Taste, obviously, everything's wrong. Aside from my opinion, you know, all bread definitely tastes the same. Light mode is superior. Pizza crust can go die in a ditch, and bone-in chicken is superior. What else have I said? What else have I said? I've said a lot of shit on Trash Taste, haven't I? I've said a lot. But what this stream is going to be based on is a Michael B. Jordan interview, and let's have a look at that interview now. To start things off, let's have a look at that interview right now. So this is where I got the idea for this stream from. Okay. So I've just loaded up a fucking YouTube short, TikTok, whatever, since they've cut it. Since this is the highlights of the stream, this interview.
Off your back. Is that sort of from your anime love?
Yes.
Talk to me about how anime informed the way you...
Hey dude, just wanted to say I love your manga videos.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
You always recommend the best stuff. I binge-read Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you in a day.
Oh man, that manga is too easy to binge, man. That manga is too goddamn easy to binge. I also binged it in a day, and I'm like, this isn't enough. I need to make a video to distract me from the fact that there's only like 26 chapters. Flashbang, deal with it, guys. Deal with it. I am sticking with light mode. I'm sticking with light mode, guys.
Placed the camera and shot the movie.
So usually in anime, when the protagonist and antagonist are fighting, physically they're trying to take each other's heads off. They're trying to kill each other. They're trying to win the physical battle. But emotionally, they're usually someplace quiet. And they're talking about how they feel, because talking was the...
Now, I've heard in Creed 3 that there's actually a lot of like internal monologues during the fight, which actually makes me really want to give it a go, because I don't think I can actually think of a live action fight scene that has the same internal monologues that anime does. So I really want to see how that translates into a live action film.
The only way, fighting was the only way they can communicate with one another.
Tell me though, if you were a total layman, you've never seen
anything,
you've never seen, Neon Genesis, Evangelion, you've not seen a thing. What are your go-to? Here's where you start suggestions.
One Piece.
No, I'm a One Piece fan, and I would say absolutely no to that.
Dragon Ball.
No, okay.
Naruto.
Okay, actually, I think Naruto is legit better than One Piece and Dragon Ball, but still a no from me.
Bleach, Hunter x Hunter.
My guy just named the big three. My God, I can definitely tell what generation of anime Michael B. Jordan grew up in, man.
That's a pretty good starting five.
Okay. Well, it is. I mean, those are some. What can I say? Those are some very, very popular anime that have had a lot of popularity in their past. Would I call them good starter anime? Some of them were good starter anime for the generation that they came out in. A lot of them were obviously anime that we grew up with and got us into anime. I mean, I'm kind of like shit talking it now, but I got into anime thanks to Naruto. I properly got into anime thanks to Naruto. That was the first anime I watched knowing it was anime. Dragon Ball was obviously a lot of our first anime back in the day when we could only watch anime on television. But is it the best anime to recommend now for newbies to get into anime? No. The biggest surprise of this was nothing that Michael B. Jordan said. It was the fact that the interviewer actually said Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm like, what? What? Ava? Have we got a secret weeb on the... Have we got a secret weeb there? We got a secret weeb in the midst, like right there. But yeah, aside from that, I would not actually recommend anything that Michael B. Jordan recommended as a starter anime. Maybe Hunter x Hunter, but I think there are better examples than Hunter x Hunter, because Hunter x Hunter is great. Hunter x Hunter is like a great anime and a great shonen. But I think there are other anime that might hit faster than Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter and One Piece are two of my top favorite shonens of all time. So recommending anime for a starter list is totally different than just recommending an anime that you like, in my opinion. So that was Michael B. Jordan's list of the 5 top best starter anime. But you know what, guys? I'm an anime YouTuber. I talk about anime, okay? So, instead of just judging other people's lists and other people's articles, I decided to do my own, okay? So you can judge me. Because it's only fair if I judge other people that you get the opportunity to judge me. So, this is the Anime Zone approved, Gigguk written Best Starter Anime PowerPoint Presentation by the Anime Zone. This is, I literally thank you, shout out to Alan for letting me take the credit for your hard work. Every image in this was put in here by Alan. Trust me, I did not put Sword Art Online. I did not tell him to put Sword Art Online as the beginning starter image, guys. Please believe me, guys. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, guys. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. 2010 PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So I told him you don't have to go too hard with this presentation, guys. This is more like a hi, I'm in high school and this is my PowerPoint presentation kind of presentation, okay? Look, here's a warped image of Sword Art Online. This is what we're doing. Is this a 2013 presentation? No, we're going way back. We're going way back. Unfortunately, guys, I did not put any transitions in. I didn't even put this on one by one. This is just a slideshow, okay? Okay. Graphic design is my passion. Actually, are you shit talking my editor here, my guy? Are you shit talking my editor? Because this is peak. This is peak presentation, man. This is peak presentation. No star wipe. Unfortunately, there's no star wipe. But this is my list for the top starter anime. Now, I would have to say, I don't think that there is a perfect list for everyone. Normally, when it comes to recommending anime to someone who doesn't enjoy anime, my best kind of method is to ask them, hey, what kind of movies and TV shows do you like? Because to me, like, the best starter anime is an anime that's suited for the person. There is no one anime meets all kind of like presentation. There's no one anime. I got distracted because someone in chat said redo of Healer. Chat. We're trying to get people into anime. We're not trying to scare them away from anime, you know? Otherwise, I just recommend fucking Inukai's Dog, and they will never like set foot in Japan in their life. They would possibly never watch another single anime in their life. And it hurts me to know that there is a person out there who has probably watched Inukai's Dog as their first starter anime because some mate recommended it to them ironically. I read Inukai's Dog and it's actually really good though. Animal Services, that guy over there, that guy over there, Animal Services. Okay, so what other criteria do I think make for a good starter anime? Well, here is what I think is a good criteria to recommend for starter anime, okay? Class, listen. I'm talking. I'm doing my presentation, okay? You better not be falling asleep. I see you there in the corner. Okay, you next to the window here. All right, teacher's here. Okay, I'm giving my class right now. You better be taking notes because yes, this will be on the final exam. Okay. So, first up, obviously. Guys, if you want to get someone into an anime, not sure if this is obvious, but hopefully what you recommend is a good show. Hopefully what you recommend would be a good show or a good anime. No. Are you that guy who just recommended redo of Healer? So hopefully what you recommend is good, right? Second criteria. It needs to hit hard and it needs to hit fast. there are a lot of good anime that I love. Some of my favorite animes of all time that might not have the best start. It might take a few episodes to get into. Who's saying this? Who's saying this? Okay. Hard and fast. Okay. Okay. Wording, choice of wording. Okay. But I stand by it. I stand by it. It needs to hit hard and fast. Because not everyone will be invested right away. If there's someone who's not into anime, you need to get them hooked as fast as possible. Otherwise, they're just not going to give it a chance, you know? 3-episode rules definitely apply here, especially for a new viewer of anime. Third criteria. It still holds up today. And here's the thing. Here's a thing that you might be surprised with some of my picks. There's a lot of, let's say, people who like to quote some starter anime, and they quote it because it was the anime that got them into anime back in the day. You know, we just saw that with Michael B. Jordan. But just because an anime served as a good gateway anime when you guys got into anime doesn't necessarily means it will hold up today. So a lot of shonens I can think of won't hold up today simply because of the fact that, one, a lot of them are very, very like long running. They have a lot of episodes. And number two, modern anime has kind of killed off filler. So guys, remember filler? Remember filler, guys? Remember the time when we just kind of like turned our heads to filler and we just like, oh, okay, so it's just anime doing anime things, you know? Nowadays, there is absolutely no room for filler at all. So an anime kind of like not only needs to hit hard and hit fast, but it needs to have like zero filler. And as much as it pains me to say, some anime don't look as good as what I remember them looking like, you know? So animation has generally gotten better as the years have gone on. And so it just needs to look good as well. I feel like a lot of people, especially if you're just getting into anime, will not give old anime a chance. And unfortunately, none of us are immune to this. There are a lot of anime that I know I should watch. The original Gundam. But it's just been, you know, put down lower simply because I have not found time to get into older anime where the animation might not shut the fuck up. Everyone quoting Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm going to watch that. You know, I'm going to watch that. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Fourth criteria. Okay, this is kind of my own criteria. Fourth criteria. No anime bullshit. What do I mean by that? There are some tropes and some things that anime have in common that if you're into the anime community, you might kind of be immune to this kind of shit just because we've become so used to it and we kind of brush it off as that, it's just that weird fucking anime thing, you know? Oh, panty shots, that's just part of anime. Incest, you know, well, she's not related by blood, so it's anime. It's anime, guys. This is just a thing, you know? Oh, a mom saying, that's getting my pee-pee hard or whatever. I don't fucking know. There's so much anime bullshit that we kind of like look over and we forget how off-putting it can be for someone who is like anime illiterate. Can you be anime illiterate? I guess you can be anime illiterate. But for someone who does not know the anime culture as much as we do right now, which leads on to my next thing, which leads on to my next criteria of no anime bullshit, because I wanted to put an isekai on this so bad. And I'm just thinking, is there an isekai in existence, even if it's fucking good, that does not have any anime bullshit in it? And I don't think there is. The answer is no. Like, Like even obviously fucking SAO has a lot of anime bullshit in it. I was thinking Mushoku Tensei, well, the main character is kind of a creepy otaku dude who thirsts on girls, so yeah, that's a no from me. ReZero has a lot of like waifu bullshit as well, and it's like it's hard. I wanted to recommend an isekai that was a modern day isekai. Okay, when I say isekai, The Eminence in Shadow. Okay, I want to recommend The Eminence in Shadow so fucking bad. So fucking bad, but it's not there, man. It is not there. Log Horizon, bruh, do you not remember that scene where the main character takes like the princess on the stage, and the main character's like, "You need to die for this princess. Look how much of a waifu she is. You will go to war for this princess, and you will die for this waifu." Do we not remember that? Do we not remember that? Guys, it's. I mean, as a weeb, I'm like, yes, I get it, but remember, we are not weebs today. We are not otakus. We're not weeaboos. We are a normal person, okay?
Are you recording?
I'm live, yes.
Oh, do these look? They look like fat mom jeans, right?
No, they look good.
Capri? I haven't worn these since I was like 6.
You know, you should bring jorts back. Bring jorts back. I'll go.
You don't think it's kind of like?
I'll go in the jorts gang with you, man. Okay.
You don't think it looks kind of tubby?
Is it hot today?
I don't know. Feels
Okay.
hot.
I think you look great.
You don't think I look like fat mom?
No, you look like alcoholic mom at the barbecue kind of vibes. Where's your wine? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, maybe that's exactly what.
Where was I? I completely forgot. Okay. Now, as a bonus, although it's not exactly essential, but I think a good bonus is a good dub. Okay, I think getting a lot of people into anime, it's less of a necessity as it used to be with, you know, films like Parasite winning the Oscar. More and more people are willing to watch subtitled media nowadays, but there's still a lot of people that still will not give it a chance. So a good dub will always make it easier for someone to get into anime. And of course, a low time commitment. So some anime that I'm going to recommend have like a longer episode count. Some have a shorter episode count, but I think if it's just a quick like 12 episode anime or a movie, there's going to be a lot of movies on this list. For that reason, I think a low time commitment is works best as well, because, you know, is there anyone who is a One Piece fan right now? Is there anyone who's a One Piece fan right now? Because to me, as a One Piece fan, and I fucking love One Piece, I don't know if I can convince. I don't know in this day and age, if I had wiped my mind clear, right, of One Piece, and I had to convince myself to get into One Piece, I would be like, bro, I don't have that many hours in a day. A big time commitment is just daunting for anyone trying something new. So the lower the time commitment is, the easier the sell is. So unless that can be offset if it hits hard and hits fast, but One Piece doesn't do that. One Piece doesn't do that at all. Okay, so the last thing I want to say before I start this list is, who is the target demographic? Who did I really have in mind when making this list? Because like I said, I needed to just have a blank slate. Normally I try to give specific recommendations, but here we're going for a blank slate, right? I'm gonna be real. Since this is a list to help people get into anime, if you are below the age of 18, you're probably already fucking into anime. Let's be honest, okay? my time getting into anime is wholly different than what the my time getting into anime is wholly different than what the environment is right now. We have fucking Naruto, Dragon Ball, and My Hero Academia on Fortnite, all right? Getting into anime is cool nowadays. It's much more accepted to get into anime nowadays, right? So it would be easy just to recommend every fucking shonen under the sun, but let's be honest, if you're in fucking high school, you've probably heard of all of this from your schoolmates, all right? So my kind of target demographic for making this list is not exactly like from the ages of like late teens all the way up to any kind of like old age you want, all right? Because it can be hard. You're watching a Twitch stream right now. Okay, you're watching a Twitch stream. So you, no matter what age you are, how old are you guys? How old are you guys? Come on. What demographic am I working with right now? What demographic am I working with right now? You're in your 20s, some in your 30s, right? We have a wide range of demographics, but I'm gonna guess you are in your 20s, mid 20s, 30s. Probably some of you are in your late teens. You are, even at your age, right? Even at your age, you are someone who's very in touch with the online community and internet culture in general. So just by being that, you are probably more in touch with the anime community because there's a lot of people who post anime memes and the anime communities in the online space. Now, let's think about someone like your mum, your dad, your grandma, your cousins that you see at your family reunion who have a normal 9-to-5 job working at some corporate company or something, right? That? Your mama. Okay. When I think of someone who's just not an anime fan, that's the image that comes to mind. Someone who has no idea about Japanese culture, has no idea about internet culture, someone who literally is coming into this blind, who watches shit like Love Island on TV, or the Kardashians or whatever, and might dabble into Marvel movies, might dabble into like Game of Thrones, HBO series, that kind of thing, okay? So that strikes off a lot of anime in my mind, because a lot of anime that people think might be good starter anime are basically good starter anime for people who are already in touch with the online space, who are young enough to be on TikTok, seen a lot of anime memes already. So I tried to make this list for basically anyone, no matter how in touch with the online space, with Japanese culture, they are.
Why are you thinking about my mom when you think of anime, huh?
Who doesn't? Let's be honest, Bacon Soldier. Who doesn't? Have you seen your mom? All right. Introduction done. Okay. So, I have got 10 anime here, and I've only chosen 10. Let's start off with the blind pick. Now, the reason I only chose 10 is because when recommending anime to someone, or when recommending anything to someone, the biggest mistake people can make is recommending 50 shows at once and being like, oh, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch that, you gotta watch that. So I tried to pick what I thought was the cream of the crop for each singular category, and only one. I only had choice for one, just to narrow it down. And then if they were interested in that, then you can start recommending other stuff as well. So, without knowing anything about the person, without knowing a single bit of what they like, what they dislike, what I think is the best blind pick for an anime. What do I think is the best blind pick for an anime? There's an ad? All right. I didn't realize there was an ad spot. Sorry. How are you doing, subs? How are you doing? How are you doing, adless subs? You good? You good, adless subs? What ads? What ads? Yeah, I know. Okay. So, what do I think is the best modern blind pick? for the audience I have in mind. And this might sound like a normie answer, but I genuinely do not think there is a better blind pick than Attack on Titan. It hits almost every category except for it has got a lot of episodes, but what makes that okay in my mind is that every single it's separated into seasons, and every single season is different. Every single season builds on each other. It's the closest I've come to a modern day kind of like anime equivalent of when you are at the water cooler and your mates started talking about the latest season of Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or whatever big HBO critically acclaimed series is airing at the time. Too violent, dummy? Honestly, I think Attack on Titan hits pretty much every mark it needs to hit for just a blind recommendation. And I think it's the one that is most likely to get people into anime after they finish Attack on Titan. There are some shows in my mind that I feel you watch the show and you're like, okay, I'm done. I get anime now. I don't need to watch any more anime. And that's how I feel when I recommend Ghibli films to people. Because when you recommend Ghibli films to people, they're like, oh, I'm an anime fan. I've watched 2 Ghibli films. And I had no interest in watching the rest of anime because that shit's just weird and stuff like that. But Attack on Titan, I feel, is a good gateway anime because people don't want to stop at just Attack on Titan. I feel like people see Attack on Titan and they're like, oh shit, this is actually a banger series. I want to see more stuff like this. Can you recommend more stuff like Attack on Titan? And then that just kind of opens the floodgates in my mind. And it has another reason is that it just has the first 2 episodes are one of the biggest hooks. I think there's only a few anime I think can rival Attack on Titan in how much of a hook the first 2 episodes are. I mean Attack on Titan starts off strong. It starts off running out the gates. Right? I meant like that ending on Eren's mom getting it's not a fucking spoiler. Ending on Eren's mom getting eaten and then following that up with the wall being destroyed. That was just like, I remember watching that and I was just like, holy shit. I think it's going to be a long time before we get another series like Attack on Titan. I feel like there is a big reason why Attack on Titan has taken over the anime community. There is a big reason why it blew up in the first place. And it's one of the few anime that I think has actually matched the hype that it got. Because now in Attack on Titan Season 4, I've talked a lot about how I feel they might be making a mistake with the later seasons and how they're being released, but it is still a banger series all around. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I know what's coming up. So okay. Which one is it? All right, there we go. Bible is the best. Bible is the best anime starter. I hope you don't mean the of the black kind. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, Attack on Titan, my pick for the best blind pick starter anime. And if I didn't know anything about them, it's Attack on Titan. Moving on to the next one. Okay, of course there's going to be a shonen. There is a reason why Shonen Jump shows have basically taken over have basically taken over as some of the most influential anime to come out of their generation. And so it's kind of a cheat code because you could almost recommend any shonen to anyone, and they will probably like it. They will probably, shonen is just a tried and tested formula. So you could recommend any modern shonen, and you can make this entire list of just 10 shonen shows, right? And that would be a respectable list. But I only had one spot to fill. And this is a blind recommendation, like I said. If I were to look at shonen right now and pick out of the shonen that I've seen, what I think would be the best blind recommendation in the modern day and age. Are you ready for this? I'm not. I don't want to show the next. I don't want to show the next slide, man. I don't want to show the next slide. I don't want to show the next slide. Okay. Out of every shonen, the one I think at this moment is the best blind recommendation is Jujutsu Kaisen. I said it. I said it, okay? I think it's the best blind recommendation right now. Okay, there. I fucking said it, okay? Okay, and now we get the salt out. Okay. Let me cook, okay? Because this is gonna be a long segment. Alright. So, like I said, you can't really go wrong. But the reason, okay, I'm going to strike this off now. Obviously, I really wanted to put Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood here, but I would be trolling because I haven't seen that. But it would probably be Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood if I had actually seen this. But but the reason I picked Jujutsu Kaisen is because out of all of the modern shonen airing right now, I think it's the perfect middle ground. I think it's the perfect balance of kind of everything, right? You look at Chainsaw Man, which I think does hit the ground running. I think that's a very good shonen. But I think that's a little too weird to, if I knew the person and I knew they were into like edgier and weirder stuff, I'd probably go, check out Chainsaw Man. Something like My Hero Academia is a little too safe in my mind. That's a little too vanilla, although it could very much work. Jujutsu Kaisen, so that means it was basically between Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, and I think both could work really well. I just think Jujutsu Kaisen gets there a little bit faster. Because with Demon Slayer, I don't think it really starts to start peaking until episode 18. That's when people really started to pay attention to Demon Slayer. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, even though I've said many times that I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen in season 1 is the greatest shonen of all time. I've even gone on record in my previous stream to say, I think right now it's a little bit overhyped with what content has been released. But in terms of getting people into anime, I think I think that it shows everything that a good shonen should show. In its first few episodes, it gets running pretty quickly. Not as quick as something like Chainsaw Man in my mind, but quick enough while still being safe, but not too safe. And that's why I think Jujutsu Kaisen is right now the best blind pick shonen you could recommend to someone. And I think there's a reason for that as well. Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the top-selling manga and one of the top-selling Shonen Jump franchises in the last year. And I think it's basically between Jujutsu Kaisen, especially in Japan, Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. So if I couldn't pick Jujutsu Kaisen, I'd probably pick Demon Slayer. And I think there's a reason why both of those have sold the most worldwide globally. There's a reason why they've made so much money. And it's just because they are both safe shonen shows that is very, very, very easy to get into. All right, how was that? How was that? Did I save it, boys? Did I save it? Bro said bleach, lol. All right, saved. Woo. All right, I'm gonna take a quick toilet break because I've been talking for a while and I've been drinking a lot of tea. So I'm gonna be right back, and then we're gonna get to my other picks. All right. All right, and I'm back, and I am back. I did remember another point that I wanted to make as well. I did try to make notes, but when I'm live streaming, I sometimes forget those. I am guessing that a lot of people would have put. We talked about Hunter x Hunter before, and I think Hunter x Hunter is like one of my favorite shonens. Another thing that I think Jujutsu Kaisen stands out about is its fight choreography. And this is something that both Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer have done. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is a good mix of the shonen battle choreography where it doesn't lean too heavily into the explanations and the powers aren't too complex yet, because I have heard things from manga readers about Jujutsu Kaisen power explanations, but right now in the anime, it does a good mix of show versus telling, which is a big kind of off-putting factor for people who aren't into anime. If there's a lot of over-explanations, that can actually put a lot of the people I've tried getting into anime off, because they're like, they don't get it. They're like, why are they explaining everything? And me, Baki fan, JoJo fan, I fucking love that shit. But it still has a little bit of explanation, but not too much. And the animation is obviously still really, really fucking good. So that's why I picked Jujutsu Kaisen. Next, we go into psychological. It can't all be about punches and fights and action all the time, guys. This one was pretty easy. This one was possibly the easiest one because it's still goated to this day. It's fucking Death Note, okay? I don't think anyone would argue about this pick. Monster, no, come on, man, come on. Monster, there ain't no way I am recommending Monster to someone as a first, all right? That's a slow burn. It's amazing, but it kind of is almost like a novel, you know? Death Note comes out of the gate storming like Attack on Titan. It still to this day has one of the best hooks in anime, and it's pretty well paced as well. You know, it's pretty well paced for someone who doesn't have a lot of patience and just wants needs to be hooked at every episode, because Death Note's the kind of show where if you started at episode 1 or 2, it will keep you watching. It will just like continually keep you watching. Knocks a few points off because there is some anime-esque kind of bullshit in there with the explanations, but I feel like Death Note kind of, and this is mostly due to how well the directing is, because who directed it again? Who directed it? Who's the goated director? Fuck, it is Tetsuo Araki. Is that his name? That's his name, right? That's his name. Tetsuo Araki. Okay, I was right. Tetsuo Araki, who is a famed action director, directed Death Note, and even in some of the scenes where they are over-explaining stuff, he manages to direct it in a way that is still compelling and catches your attention, okay? I never knew watching someone eating a fucking goddamn potato chip could be so epic. I did not know that watching someone write names in a Death Note could grip me as much as it did and be as hype as it was, because, like, whew, it is weird that I can call a series like Death Note hype, but it is, right? It is. Like, the music has still, like, aged wonderfully. The music is so fucking over the top. It's so in your face, but in a series like Death Note where there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking, it enhances everything. And it just, like, even in the generation of TikTok where we don't have an attention span at all, I think Death Note still works really well. I had a hard time because I had to pick one, and I still think Death Note is the better pick on top of what else was fighting for the spot, which is the first season of Promised Neverland. Like Death Note, Promised Neverland also has like a really, really fucking interesting hook. And it is also one that is a page turner that keeps you watching every episode. I just think Death Note is the better pick out of those two, because I feel like Death Note has a stronger hook than Promised Neverland. But although, you know what, you can't really go wrong with either. My pick is Death Note, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people also picked Promised Neverland. All right, moving on. Action. Moving on to action. Obviously, people got TikTok brains, man. Sometimes you just need to watch someone punching each other. Sometimes if you are scared they can't get into an anime like Death Note, which is very dialogue heavy, sometimes you need punching and explosions. And it's fucking One Punch Man. There is no better than who said Boruto? Who the fuck said Boruto? Who said that? Who fucking said that? Maybe showing him Boruto clips and being like, okay, this actually never watch it. But yeah, in terms of pure action, and an all-round banger series, and just like a short condensed package, it's gotta be One Punch Man. One Punch Man, I feel, works the best in this modern day and age just because of how oversaturated superheroes have become in modern culture. Superheroes have taken over Hollywood for like the past 10, 15 years or shit like that, which is a big reason why there's so many action picks there's so many action picks that I wanted to put at the forefront, but I couldn't justify it over One Punch Man just because some people might say that you need to understand anime tropes and shonen tropes to understand One Punch Man. I don't think that's the case, because I think One Punch Man is a good comedy action series that satirizes just the superhero scene in general. And I think a lot of people are going to understand the funny points in it just because of how many superheroes that they've seen right now. Now, parody superheroes too. Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like, so I really wanted to put Mob Psycho 100 here because I think that Mob Psycho 100 is a better show in my opinion. But again, going into something blind, I feel like One Punch Man is just easier to get. Mob Psycho is more of like a character drama with a lot of banger action where we get to see character develop over time. And I think One Punch Man is, how can I say this? Because I'm just gonna fucking say, I'm just gonna say this. You actually need less IQ to understand One Punch Man. So I think One Punch Man is an easier recommendation. It got more fights. It got more explosion. Every episode has a banger fight and pretty explosions and pretty animation. So I think season 1 of One Punch Man is it, actually. So for here, I had a lot that I could have put instead of One Punch Man. It's like, oh, thank you very much, Wadude, for the 5 gift subs. Yeah, One Punch Man is just easier to digest. So, Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill are obviously great fucking action shows, and I wanted to put Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, but holy shit. Talking about anime bullshit, okay? Talking about having to okay. POV. You're talking to your mum. You're like, Mom, let's watch an anime together. I'm gonna put on Kill la Kill. Mom, I'm gonna put on Gurren Lagann. And your mom's like, why are the girls not wearing any clothes? Why is that girl why is that sniper in a bikini? Why the camera angles like that whenever she fires a sniper rifle? Why are their boobs jiggling that much, you know? It's like, I think as a teen, I think if you were to recommend anime to like a young horny teenager, fuck yes, Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill all the fucking way. Get hype, get horny. It's a banger. But for an blind recommendation for any ages, that there's a lot of people that I think wouldn't appreciate some of the assets that Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann bring to the table. So that's there's that. Black Lagoon was also another one that I wanted to put on here. I'm going to be honest, okay. I recently rewatched Black Lagoon. I recently rewatched a few episodes with Sydney of Black Lagoon because I'm like, Black Lagoon, that's such a banger show. Oh my god, such good fucking action. I came to a really depressing, it was such a depressing realization, right? Because the action scenes are still top tier. I forgot how static every other scene was, and this ain't cap, because I didn't want to admit it. I really did not want to admit it, but if you don't believe me, go rewatch the first episode of Black Lagoon, and after watching modern anime, you realize how much anime has evolved in this day and age, where even if there are some static scenes, in like the top tier action anime, there's still like more things going on than just kind of like very minimal animation and just two people talking to each other. And there's a lot of that in Black Lagoon, and I'd forgotten that, or I didn't forget. I don't know if I'd forgotten that, or I just didn't notice that at the time, because at the time, it had fucking banger animation. Fuck, it had such good animation, had such good aesthetics. I still think it's a good show because of the action, but as a modern anime fan, you have to have much more patience to get through the limited animation outside of the action scenes of Black Lagoon. It's still a great show for me, but it takes a lot more patience to get through. And that really makes me sad to say. I'm sad. I'm very sad. I'm very, very fucking sad. Okay. And that was action. Moving on. Okay. We've got the action out the way. Okay, we've got the shonen, we've got the action out the way. Okay. Not every show has to be shonen or action. Let's go to drama. Drama is a big a lot of people love drama. Drama is fucking massive. Look at EastEnders. Someone said EastEnders. And I had a hard time picking drama because there are so many good drama. There are so many good drama shows that I could recommend. What makes people feel the feels, okay, without being too over the top, too anime. And to me, my drama pick that I would recommend to someone, if they just want to feel something, if they just want to feel emotions, it is Silent Voice. Silent Voice is a film, but that's fine because I have no problems recommending films. I actually think films are the easiest thing to recommend for newbies because it's such a small time commitment. And I think that Silent Voice is not only one of Kyoto Animation's best work, it is not only one of the hardest hitting anime I think I've seen, but it's such a human story without going overly melodramatic. It's not something like Clannad, I think, where it's just like, oh, look at all these sad things happening. You need to cry right now. Cry, okay? It's sad. You need to cry. A Silent Voice is just such a human story that depicts, like, it just depicts such delicate emotions and such a delicate story. And Kyoto Animation brought this story to life with this animation. The main girl emotes more while saying the bare minimum, like more than most light novel characters who have 10 pages worth of dialogue. And I think the character animation in this is some of the best character animation in all of anime, just because of how many emotions you feel just by watching the main girl. Boruto has emotion too, man. God damn it, we're gonna keep coming back to Boruto, aren't we? We're gonna fucking keep coming back to Boruto, aren't we? God damn it. We can stop. We can stop this right now. We can stop this right now. But yeah, I think Silent Voice is the best blind pick, but there's a lot. There's so many. Another one. I think Kyoto Animation is kind of goated in this category. Because I really narrowed this down to a Silent Voice and Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden is also fucking fantastic. Clannad, no. Clannad, no. I actually would not put Clannad on this list. Simply because I tried watching Clannad. And I couldn't fucking get into Clannad. Just because everyone told me, oh yeah, it's just it gets good in Clannad after story, and I'm like, bro, that's like one season away. That's one whole fucking season. That's what I can't wait that long. I can't wait that long to feel the feels, because one thing that I thought about Clannad was they tried really hard. they tried really hard to pull on your heartstrings. That first, what I remember from Clannad is just the fucking starfish girl, and it just presented this fucking starfish girl, and it was just like, look at her, this adorable starfish girl. Isn't she sad? Look how sad this is. And I'm like, you're trying a little too hard right now. Yeah, honey?
You left the chips. You opened the bag and you left it there. But not these. So there you go.
Not these. I didn't open this.
No, I meant the tortilla chips.
I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't open
stale.
them. I didn't open them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, honey, for the snack. Shit, where was I? Koi no Katachi is a movie, though. I mean, I literally just said that I don't really care about movies, but like even beyond the movie, I think Koi no Katachi didn't even feel like a movie. It felt like a short TV series with its episodes back to back together. You know. What was I saying? Yeah. So Clannad was a no from me. Unfortunately, I also really wanted to put Anohana on here as well. I think that's a little too anime as well, especially with the whole Menma bullshit at the beginning. It definitely pulls on the heartstrings, and it definitely gets me to feel the feels, but it's a little, it's also a little too
has
anime.
Emotions too, damn it.
Okay, I get it. Okay, thank you, LCS. I get it. All right. Thank you very much, Phil Flobster, for the 10 gift subs. Charlotte? Ain't no way I'm putting Charlotte on there, man. Ain't no fucking way. Like I said, other categories for this, Violet Evergarden is also great. I think, though, I think maybe Violet being a kudere was also a little too much of an anime trope. I think there's a lot of good in Violet Evergarden. I think Silent Voice was just a slightly more relatable story for the masses.
I don't think you can get any more emotional than Baki.
Than Baki? I mean, I was emotional during Baki. I don't know if everyone else got emotional during Baki. And yeah, where was I? Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April also could have been in here. Again, I just think Silent Voice is just the top tier contender for this category. So my pick goes towards Violet Evergarden. All right, moving on. Sci-Fi. Who said SAO? God fucking damn it. All right. Sci-Fi is obviously, I mean, I don't know if it's still popular. I don't know if there are dedicated sci-fi fans as much as before, but either way, sci-fi is always going to be a massive part of anime and its history. So I think that having a good sci-fi pick would be pretty good for a general audience. And my pick for sci-fi goes to... What? No. Wait. Wait, hold up a second. What the fuck? What? Alan, what have you done? This is not what I said to put on the list. Wait, hold on for a second. Hold up. Fuck. Let me check that he actually put the right slide on there. Excuse me, Alan? Excuse me? Yeah, Alan, you're getting your pay docked for that? This is not what you get paid for, Alan. Alan, thank you very much. Group projects, am I right? Group projects, am I right, guys? Alright. Okay, so I have checked. Yeah, okay. So Alan, this is okay. This is Alan's little moment. He wants to recommend Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway. Let me read this. If a new fan watches it, they can just quit anime straight after because nothing else will ever live up to Hathaway's Flash. All right, thank you very much, Alan. Thank you very much. All right, let's give Alan a round of applause there. Let's give Alan a round of applause. But my pick for sci-fi is Psycho Pass, and this has been weighing on my mind recently. I've wondered how well this has aged. I actually started rewatching Psycho Pass 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I rewatched Psycho Pass just to make sure that it still aged well. And to me, the first season of Psycho Pass has still aged wonderfully. We don't get many sci-fi shows with the kind of like banger ideas that Psycho Pass presented to us back in the day. And I would say that it's like, I would say that as the world moves into a more AI integrated world, as the world moves, as the world grows more and more reliant on social media, I rewatched Psycho Pass and I'm like, fuck me, this is hitting different, man. This is hitting different because I'm like, some of these stories and some of these ideas presented might seem more relevant today than they did when it first came out. Kind of like Lane in that sense, you know? It's a banger series. It has great action. It has wonderful ideas. And I think it still is... I still think it's relevant in this day and age. It's just an IRL isekai. What the fuck are you actually talking about? What are you talking about? This is... look, okay. I don't see it. Huh? What are you talking about, sir? I like finding isekai where isekai has no right existing, but even I don't see any connection between Psycho Pass and an IRL isekai. Would you care to enlighten me on what you've been smoking, my good sir? Because that must be some good shit, man. But no. Like, Psycho Pass, to me, especially season 1, the reason I put it on this list is because I think it has one of the best villains to come out of anime. Especially since it's a modern anime original. It doesn't have a manga counterpart. If I might be wrong on this, How No Bebop, bro? Okay, we'll get to that because that was also a contender. That was also a contender for this. How No Bebop. I think. I'm gonna spoil the rest of my list. I did not put Cowboy Bebop on my list. I did not put Cowboy Bebop on my list. Not because I don't think it's good. I think Cowboy Bebop is a bait pick in this modern day and age for a I think it's a bait pick in this day and age for a for a gateway anime, okay? I think one of the big reasons it worked so well back in the day, one of the reasons it worked so well on Adult Swim was because it was an episodic show. Was because you could tune into your television at any time and it didn't really matter what episode was on TV at the time. You could get invested in what was happening because it was an episodic show. Every episode was basically self-contained, aside from just a few episodes. I think in this day and age, people with streaming platforms, with Netflix, with the whole advent of the modern media landscape, people want ongoing stories. Episodic shows have become the outlier. There's still a space for them, right? There's still a space for them, but there ain't nowhere near the same amount of space as there used to be when media was dominated by television. I don't mind that for true, but you're right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Cowboy Bebop is a bad gateway anime at all. A lot of people quote it still. I just don't think it's the best. And I think there are a lot of better choices you can say other than Cowboy Bebop for a gateway show. Just because there are a lot of episodes that it's like its quality is from good to great, but episode quality really much depends on the episode that you're watching at the time. Some episodes are 10 out of 10 bangers, and some are like 7 out of 10. And I don't know if having an episodic show, I don't know if people will have the patience to go out and marathon Cowboy Bebop to find those 10 out of 10 banger episodes. Because I think the first 10 out of 10 episode happens like episode 5 or something like that. And I think something like Psycho Pass has an ongoing storyline and has a better hook than Cowboy Bebop does, in my opinion. Steins Gate. Oh, I knew people would want me to put Steins Gate on here. Tell me. How are you gonna get normies past the first 12 episodes of Steins Gate? All right, let me. How are you gonna do that? Because not only is the first half of Steins Gate much slower than than the second half, but how much anime bullshit is there in there? How much anime you hear it, you show it to your fucking show it to your cousin, and they're like, why is that girl going do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do? Like what's up with that? What's up? Why is she gonna say that? What the fuck is up with that, Like it's the entire point of Steins Gate is that it's kind of set around kind of like otaku and Akihabara culture at the beginning. There's a lot of internet references. There's a lot of like 2chan memes and fucking I can't remember his name, but one of the guys is a literal otaku who won't stop quoting internet memes. I'm like, this is not good for the casual viewer. It's good if you're into internet culture, but it's not good if you have no idea, if you don't spend a lot of time on the internet. All right. So Steins Gate is actually a no from me, which is it's obviously a good show. I think it's a good second tier recommendation. Once they're already into anime and already into like Japanese culture, it's a good second tier recommendation. But on like first tier of starter anime, I would say no to Steins Gate. No one talking about Carol and Tuesday? I think Carol and Tuesday is also really fucking good. It's a really good recommendation. I don't know if I would it's not the best anime, but it's if it was like Carol and Tuesday, I also considered putting on this list. I don't know if it's good enough. Carol and Tuesday is... I was personally disappointed by Carol and Tuesday. It's a solid show, but I don't think it's a banger show. And I feel like you need to be... If we're trying to get someone into anime, it needs to be like a banger series. And it's a little... to me, it's just a solid show that didn't live up to the potential that it could have had. What other sci-fi have I missed? Ghost in the Shell. I just think Psycho Pass is a better blind recommendation than Ghost in the Shell. What else did I put down here? Vivi again is a solid show. I don't think it should be good enough to be someone's first recommendation. It is a very, very solid show. I just don't think it's top tier first. You need to drop everything you're doing and watch Vivi kind of recommendation. Space Brothers is a little bit too slow. In my opinion. Trigun might be. Trigun? Yo, they cooking. Trigun's cooking. Two things though. Fucking 3D. Studio Orange is killing it with their 3D, but god damn, is it hard to recommend to go over that hoop and recommend 3D to someone, baby? It's Akira, yo, bait. Another bait pick. I think Akira has aged wonderfully in terms of its animation. Holy shit. But in terms, like, I put Akira in the same kind of category as I put Ghibli films, because I've met so many people that have watched Ghibli films and have watched Akira, and have no interest in continuing their anime journey, just because the story was just like, it was alright. I would have liked it. Obviously, it was groundbreaking for its time. Thought the story was mid. That is my one hot take for the day. That is my one hot take. I think the story is not as interesting as other sci-fi anime in its counterparts. Dog water take. He said the thing. But I do think the animation has still aged wonderfully. But that's why my top sci-fi pick. What about Neon Genesis Evangelion? Get the fuck out. Come on, guys. That's a hard enough recommendation for anime fans, let alone non-anime fans. Really? Are you serious right now? Neon Genesis Evangelion? I can't even recommend that to my mates. fucking Joey. All right. Moving on to, of course, romance. Romance. Where do we go with romance? And guys, okay. This was actually, out of every category, this was actually far and beyond the hardest one. This was far and beyond the hardest one I had to choose from, because if I'm being honest, I don't know if there is a good romance that fits all. Because the problem with a lot of anime romances is that they are set in high school, and it focuses mostly on like teenage romances, right? It's mostly like there's a lot of harems out there, which is immediately going to put people off. And there's just a lot of teenage romances in there that kind of just are like, you know. I like a lot of romances, but it would be hard to, you know, try to recommend someone to get into that genre just from that one pick, especially if they're an older gentleman or lady. It's kind of hard. So of course, I tried to pick something more mature. So of course, my pick is Domestic Girlfriend, baby! Let's go! It's Domestic Girlfriend! What can I say? Mature romances where they sleep with each other. It's basically the same kind of
starting romance.
It's basically the fucking the dramas that your mum dad. No, it's not Domestic Girlfriend. It's actually Your Name. I honestly could not think of a better vanilla basic pick other than Your Name. It's hard. I'm still not 100% happy with this pick because it's hard. Like I said, the problem with a lot of romances in anime is, one, I try to avoid like a lot of anime bullshit. And I just think, okay, so Your Name's not all about romance. There's still like a romance aspect in there, which I feel could get people hooked and interested to explore the genre a bit more. Romance is just a much harder sell than a lot of other genres in anime. And I feel the reason for that is
Chobits, bro. We all want to raw dog our gamer rigs.
no, Chobits. Have you forgotten, bro? have you forgotten? Have you forgotten how they turn? How Chi gets turned
Nothing
on?
beats the romance in Baki SMH.
Okay, actually, kind of cooking. Kind of cooking there. Powering up with sex. All right, can't think of anything better than that. But Your Name is kind of just the most inoffensive romance pick I could think of. It has romance aspects to it, but obviously there is a bigger plot line going on as well. It's got a lot of pretty colors and some absolutely beautiful scenes in the film. And I think it has a chance to get people interested into the genre if they liked the romance aspect out of that, because it does play an aspect in that as well. It's like, the problem with a lot of romances is that you need a lot of patience, right? So my first pick that I wanted to put here was actually
Clannad, teen to adulthood romance. Toradora, the most well-known romance. Love as War, best romance lol.
Yeah, okay. So I wanted to put the first things that came to mind were Kaguya-sama and Toradora. And as much as I love both of those shows, they are still very, Kaguya-sama is still very anime tropey. It's set in high school. There's a lot of like anime overthinking bullshit that happens in the romance. And I think
Wotakoi or Tomo-chan would be my picks here.
And I think I just wanted to pick something that was not too anime central in my mind. Tomo-chan, that's a weak pick. I haven't actually seen Wotakoi. That might actually be a better pick. But does Wotakoi have an ending? Does Wotakoi have an ending, or is it just like season 1 right now? Don't bully me, Nagatoro. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no fucking way. ain't no way we're doing Don't Toy Me Nagatoro. But look, the point about this is I don't think this is the best like romance anime Far and Beyond at all. No, it is not. I'm trying to get people kind of like interested into it, and Your Name is a fucking amazing pick for any starter anime or any person. Where was I going with this? What was I talking about before? Kaguya-sama, that's it. Kaguya-sama is a bit too anime. Same with Toradora. Holy shit. Tiger is too tsundere, man. Tiger is too fucking tsundere to introduce to someone who doesn't understand anime. Oh my god, man. Tiger is way too fucking tsundere.
How about Nodame Cantabile?
Nodame Cantabile. I haven't actually finished that. That to me is also a little bit slower. That to me is also a little bit too slow, which is kind of like my problem with a lot of romances. Not my problem. That's what makes it a harder sell for someone who's not interested in anime and someone who's not interested in romance. Romance is already hard enough to sell for someone that's into anime. You show a shonen fan, you try to get someone who's into shonen into romance, and it's like you know that meme where it's that guy talking to a brick wall. That's what I feel like sometimes when I'm trying to talk about my favorite romances. And I also really wanted to put Golden Time in here. Golden Time to me is not only my favorite romance, but my favorite romance that I feel could appeal to a wider audience that aren't interested in high school romances and want a bit more of an adult take onto it. But fucking Ghost Banri, man. Ghost Banri is such a big fucking wall to overcome that I was like, oh no, is this the pick? I don't know if I could bullshit my way past Ghost Banri. I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't know if I could fucking do it. So I'm not, out of everything, this was Far and Beyond the hardest category I could think of, and I landed on Your Name, but I think part of the big reason why romance is not as popular genre as other genres in anime is just because it's just a much harder sell, and there are just not as many good romance anime options as there are
I found
other anime
Angel
out there.
Next Door spoils me rotten kinda good. Shrug.
Angel Next Door. I did not like Angel Next Door, man. It's that was just yeah. Hey guys, you got the perfect wife. You got the perfect wife next door, and what was that the one where the guy found the girl by giving her an umbrella? I want to make sure that that's the right one. Okay, good. Yeah. I didn't really like it personally. Maybe as time goes on, I'll find a better pick, but that's the best one that I can think of right now. All right, moving on to just a nice feel-good anime. When it comes to like blind anime recommendations, sometimes you just need something that is just a safe pick all around. Something you can watch with the entire family, okay? Like think about it.
Also, let's not forget the all-time best, To Love Ru.
To Love Ru, bro. Okay, now you're trolling. Okay, think about it. You're at a
Yasuga no Sora lol.
Okay. You guys need to stop now. Okay. So picture it. You're at a family gathering or something. You're at a family dinner. It's Christmas or something, and you just want to put something on TV that is just inoffensive to all ages, no matter what type of person you are, and everyone will come out feeling good. It's Spy X Family. It's got Spy X Family is the most, out of everything, the safest and most inoffensive pick out of everything I can think of in this list. It's got a little bit of action. It's got a little bit of romance. It's got a cute anime daughter in it, and every episode you come out feeling this warm, fluffy feeling that no one can actually complain about. Is it the best anime of all time? No. But is it an anime that you can put on at any time, any day, in any situation and have the same effects? Yes. This is that show. This is the safe pick kind of show. Meh, boring. I don't even think it's boring, because I think what separates Spy X Family from, let's say, your typical slice of life kind of like your slice of life show, and the reason why, you know, it's kind of publishing in Shonen Jump, is because it has that interesting, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of like dynamic between the families. So it has enough of a hook to have like an interesting dynamic, which is what keeps people like watching. It's just like, oh, is Lloyd actually going to complete his mission? Are they actually going to infiltrate the school correctly? It has enough of a hook, even though if you look at what Spy X Family is, it's nothing of what the show is about. Spy X Family is possibly like the best, just all-round family-friendly show. If I were to put on something that is good for all the family, funnily enough, it is Spy X Family. Prison School, though, my favorite family-friendly show. Orimo, another family-friendly show. Thank you very much. So I think that's the best pick for this category. I was really debating between this and King's Ranking, which I feel like King's Ranking is another show that is also a really fucking safe pick. F? Did I disconnect? Hello, did I disconnect, or are you saying F to the pick? No, okay, good. just wanted to check. Okay. I was really debating against this and King's Ranking because both King's Ranking I think has
Nothing
that.
beats having a cozy time with all the family around, watching Baki together.
Thank you very much. I think King's Ranking has that kind of like fairy tale aesthetic, and it's a really, really good story as well. It's a really, really good fucking story. It can get a little bit dark at times, and that's not exactly bad. If you look at some of the stuff that happens, it can get pretty fucked up at times. Does that make it a bad show? Absolutely not. Is it always feel good and happy and wholesome? Also absolutely not. Which is why Spy X Family kind of edges that out just a little bit for me for like the safe pick that you could just put on at any time. So that is it for me. Nichijou, a little bit too anime for me, a little bit too over the top, but also a great pick. Also a great pick. Like I said, all of everything you guys are recommending are great shows. They are all fucking fantastic shows. Cute girls doing cute things have been striked off this list just because, like I said, we are going for someone who's not into anime. And that's hard enough for already someone into anime. You know. that's unpopular enough as it is, guys. As it is. Bocce maybe? No. Bocce again is too anime. What? If something is overly moe, to me that is like in the same category as something being overly horny in anime, you know? Normal people aren't gonna get that. Normal people are just gonna be like, what the fuck is this? You know? Alright. Moving on. All right. One of the hardest things that I had growing up was trying to convince my parents that anime was a medium worth getting into. So I've split up the next category into two, okay? One for mum and one for dad, right? So you have one shot. Okay. Imagine this. You're in your room. Your parents walk in and you're like, why are you watching these weird Chinese cartoons? What? You're still watching cartoons? At your age? Why are you watching cartoons? Come on, kid. What are you doing? And you're like, Mom, Dad, I will convince you. I will fucking convince you. Mom, Dad, all right? Let's watch something together. I'm going to sit you down and you have one shot, one opportunity to convince them that that time that they walked into you watching Bakemonogatari, that you weren't watching some weird hentai porno shit, that this is actually a cool medium, and they don't think that you're a weirdo. Okay, you have one shot. You have one fucking shot. And so let's start with the dad. If I had to pick one show to sit down and appreciate and make my dad appreciate anime while also kind of like an anime I think would appeal to the dads out there, Vinland Saga. It is gotta be Vinland Saga, man. It's this. What dad would not fucking love Vinland Saga? Not only because it's a fucking goated show, man. It is such a goated show. But number one, Vikings. All right, Vikings. Fucking, it's all you need to say is dad, Vikings. And who's not gonna think that that's cool already? It's who's not gonna think that that's cool? But once you start watching with your dad, it's having interviewed the creator of Vinland Saga myself as well. There are so many themes of fatherhood in Vinland Saga that like Thorfinn himself has like basically multiple fathers. He has basically multiple fathers. Prince Canute as well. We could see the father figure in his life as well, which definitely was not his own father, his own king, you know? Is this the new I work for the BBC? Yo, I've said that once. I've said that once or twice at most, guys. Come on, guys, come on. But obviously the creator said that he himself is a father, and that's why he's put a lot of themes of fatherhood in the entirety of Vinland Saga. And I feel that's just going to resonate with anyone who's a dad. I'm not a dad, so I can't personally resonate to that, but even though I'm not a father yet, seeing the father figures develop in like a lot of characters in Vinland Saga, that made me want to call my fucking dad, man. That's I'm not a father yet, man. What can I say? What can I say, man? I mean, yeah, some of these scenes made me want to pick up the phone and call my dad, and just wanted to make me say, Dad, fucking appreciate you, man. Let's go out. Let's go share a pint together. Let's play some footy, play catch together, whatever. You know, it just hit. Some of these scenes just hit home for me in that sense, and I think that there won't be a single dad that's not going to appreciate some of the stories that are in Vinland Saga, aside from it being just a banger series all round. And of course, what else can I say?
TBH, I think my dad will like do it yourself more.
Do it yourself also. That could also be a good thing, actually. Unironically, I think that could also be a good thing. That's I'm not gonna say no. A bit moe, but you know what? With enough carpentry, I think your dad can look over that. I think the carpentry would get him in that. All right, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That's a good pick. Where was I? Forgot what I was saying. Thank you, ADHD. Something. Oh yeah. What more is there than I could say about Vinland Saga? Aside, it also has one of the biggest Giga chads in all of anime. Askeladd himself, the fucking Chad. Yes. I mean, this is a good blind recommendation anyway, but it would be especially good for all the fathers out there. Which brings me to all the mums out there. What would you watch with your mum? And to me, it came between two, and I had to pick between the one that hit me harder. But to me, it's Wolf Children. Wolf Children hit me slightly harder than Makia did. It was between Wolf Children and Makia for the two ones. Okay. Okay, aside from this one scene, Alan's tried to troll me here. Alan's tried to troll me here with the one fucking scene of the mum getting with the wolf, but I'm not gonna make any judgments. Maybe your mum might like that shit. Who knows? Maybe she's into that shit. Maybe you don't want to know that, but but I think the reason I picked Wolf Children was because of one scene in general. And you know, I said this might be more suitable for mums because obviously it follows the story of a mum raising her kids as a single mum. As a widowed mum. But the one scene, because I know this and I showed this to my parents, is that scene where it's just a montage of when she gets pregnant and all the events leading up to her pregnancy, to her birth, and the family trying to take care of them. And it has no dialogue. It's just a montage with music, and I think it's one of the most
Showing
beautiful
her, do you love
montages.
your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
And I'm going to ignore that. And it's one of the most beautiful montages in anime, I think. It is such amazing filmmaking, and you don't even need to show them the entire film. You can just show them that montage, and my mom started crying. My mom started crying. My mom cried. I've shown my mom Wolf Children, and my mom cried multiple times during it. I think it's a little... It's funny because it's a show, it's a film about children. It's a film about a woman that's had daughters with a wolf man, but I still think it's just slightly more grounded than Makia, and it hits slightly harder for any mums out there. But my backup pick was Makia. Both amazing films, and I'm sure any mum would appreciate you showing either film to her, but my pick goes to Wolf Children. Also amazing, and also both amazing films in general. Is this Inukai but worse? Oh my god. Why are you gonna say that, man? Why are you gonna fucking say that? Bro, you can leave. You can leave right now. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick toilet break. I'll be right back, guys. All right, and I am back. And I'll be honest, I couldn't really think of any more categories. So I was like wild card, baby. Why not? Wild card. Let's fucking go. This is just one I wanted to recommend, and I have recommended a few times, and I think has aged wonderfully. Even though it might be a little bit of a harder sell than the rest of the shows, but I've showed this to a lot of non-anime fans, a lot of my mates who are not into anime and they fucking loved it. It's such an amazing, wild, and unique anime. It's fucking Baccano. Baccano goes past that anime bullshit. And the one thing that makes it a little bit of a harder sell is that they need to use their brains for this because it is pieced out of order. But as soon as you mention, just go into this, imagining it is a Quentin Tarantino film that's been spread out. It's either like, imagine this is either a Quentin Tarantino film or a Guy Ritchie film that's been spread out into a whole TV series. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And there's not been a single person that has not enjoyed the fuck out of Baccano. The big problem with me recommending Baccano is that I have a hard time finding another anime to recommend to them once they've watched Baccano. Because I think Durarara is like, of course, in structure is very, very similar to Baccano, but Durarara is totally different in terms of like the setting and the tone. Baccano is just pure chaos, it's pure fun, it's madness, and it's all of that set in like 13 to like 16 if you count the OVA, episode packages. And I just think it's one of the strongest pick to recommend to someone that's just not interested in anime at all, and you just want to recommend them a banger show that they could appreciate even if they're not into the anime culture. I also other shows that could go on here. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. That could have also gone in the sci-fi category. I think Cyberpunk is a little bit more of a wild card. Cyberpunk Edgerunners, also a show that is so easy to recommend that actually might be easier than Baccano because it's available on Netflix. This is just my bias showing. If I had to pick Cyberpunk Edgerunners or Baccano, I would actually pick Baccano because I think I appreciated Baccano a little bit more. But Cyberpunk Edgerunners is still, if I wanted to get someone into Studio Trigger shows, I wouldn't show them Gurren Lagann or Kill or Kill. I would start off with Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and then I'd be like, yo, you like that art style? You like the hype? You like the banger shit? Then we can get into Kill the Kill and Gurren Lagann. Then that goes after that. And yeah, that was my pick. That's like I said at the beginning of this list. That was my pick. That was my 10 blind picks for someone, if I knew nothing about them, would be the 10 shows. I wouldn't even put 10. I would pick like one of these shows to recommend to them. These are the 10 shows or movies I would recommend to someone knowing nothing about them or nothing about their taste at all. Would I refine my list if I knew their taste? Of course I would. Hell yeah. But I feel like that's a pretty solid list that is more likely to get someone into anime than Michael B. Jordan's Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, and Dragon Ball. Nowadays. No sports? What? Nah. Sports does not get a pass here. Sports anime is a hard enough sell. Sports anime, like cute girls doing cute things, is a hard enough sell to people that even watch anime. It is, guys. It is. Because the one thing you always have to contend with about sports anime is if they're a normal person, they'll be like, why would I want to watch a sports anime if I could just watch sports? And here's the thing, with a lot of normal people, because sports anime is super anime in its like structure, in the fights, in the monologues, that can actually put a lot of people off that actually like sports. I know more people that like sports anime that have no interest in sports than do actually like sports and still watch sports anime, you know? That's what I found. Ping Pong the animation. I don't even count Ping Pong the animation as a sports anime. they're two very different viewings. All right. So that's the list I came up with, sitting on my bed at fucking I literally made this list at 1 a.m. and I sent this list to Alan. I did have a bit more. I did want to we have some bonus rounds. I could have done way more genres than this. But I honestly just didn't have the time. But I was like, I gotta do Isekai. I gotta do Isekai. Okay. Say you've shown them the first tier of anime. Say you've shown them the first tier of anime, right? And you might want to get them into some genres that might be a little bit more anime-esque, that you might be trying to test the waters to see if you can bring them down with you into hell. And to me, Isekai, it's ReZero. It's gotta be ReZero. It's a little, the thing that makes ReZero hard to recommend to someone that's not into anime culture, it's a little bit light novel-esque, but one of the big things that it has going for it that a lot of Isekai don't is that it has the hook. It has that fucking hook right at the beginning. Right, it has the hook right at the beginning that just hooks you into this kind of like story world. And it's got that whole like time travel loop aspect, which I feel a lot of the times people need that hook to get into a new genre, and I feel ReZero has the strongest hook out of a lot of Isekai that I've seen. It has the strongest hook. Next we have High School. Of course, High School is going to be a massive, massive part of anime. It's Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama, I feel, is just the perfect high school anime. I wanted to put this into romance, and like I said, the biggest reason.
ReZero is the real test.
Yeah. DxD. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. There's a category for that. High School, obviously a big part of anime. If you get into the anime culture, there is no avoiding High School. You're going to have to encounter High School whether you like it or not at one point in your anime watching time. And I feel like Kaguya-sama Love is War is the best introduction to that. It's the all-around best. It's a good show. It has a lot of high school antics. And one thing that I love about Kaguya-sama is that even though it's like the main driving force of this is of romance, as the series goes on, it kind of feels like you're emulating having friends and hanging out in a high school setting, and you're just seeing your friends doing dumb shit. Yes, I said I was parasocial to the high school. Sorry, yes, I did just say I was parasocial to the Kaguya-sama Love is War cast, but so help me God. So help me God, okay? I'm just that attached to them. I'm attached to them, okay? That's why I keep coming back to Kaguya-sama Love is War. I am just that invested into the cast of Kaguya-sama. Cute girls doing cute things is a hard sell. But I can only recommend what got me interested in this genre, because we don't go straight into the deep end of cute girls doing cute things. We need to just show them a little bit of the taste of what cute girls doing cute things can do. And that's a place further than the universe. It's not going too deep into the moe slice of life genre. It has cute girls doing cute things, but it also has an ongoing plot line as well. There is a goal at the end, and I feel like because it does have an ongoing plot line, a structure, it just makes it easier to recommend than a lot of other shows that might just be like completely slice of life. Alright. Bocce the Rock could also take this place, but I think that A Place Further in the Universe is just a slightly easier sell and a slightly, let's say you want to get them warmed up to the genre. I think this is a better way to get them warmed up to the genre before they fully dive into it. All right, and last of all, what the fuck, Alan? God fucking damn it, Alan. God fucking damn it. Oh God. Oh my God. All right. My boys, you want to check how good of a mate, how close you are to your mate, all right? You want to test the waters, all right? Are they a secret degenerate? They might seem like a normie. They might seem like a normal functioning member of society on the outside, but maybe they have a little degenerate side to them. You know, maybe you want to test the waters, and you want to see, are you actually a degenerate? Do you partake in the degeneracy? And there is one show, and in the sea of degenerate anime, if you want to see if your mate can appreciate degeneracy, the classic, baby! It's the classic High School of the Dead. It's the GOAT! It is the GOAT! The GOAT, baby! There is no touching High School of the Dead in just guns and boobs. It is still one of my favorite ecchi shows to this day. It's just fucking goated, and it's aged wonderfully. It still looks better than most ecchi shows airing nowadays. And also, the ecchi scenes are top tier. The action scenes are also top tier. This is it. This is it, guys. I would not recommend any other show beyond High School of the Dead if you want to test the waters and you want to see if your mate can appreciate degeneracy. That is it. That is it. Alan, I don't know why you put this GIF on, because we're probably going to need to censor on YouTube, man. Read your view. Oh my God. I feel so bad though, because so it's so funny because I was like, obviously my family now know that I'm into anime. I'm an anime fan. I do anime content. And I think about 5-6 years ago, my cousin, who is an absolute normie, my cousin who's like a brother to me, he's the closest thing I have to an older brother. And I've tried getting him to anime so many times. I've tried sitting him down, but we've never had the opportunity to sit down and just watch anime. But he's tried twice to get into anime. And okay, attempt one. I recommend this show called Attack on Titan, as it's on my list. It's on the list. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll give that a watch. Do you know what he does? You know what he fucking does? He comes back to me about 6 months later. He goes, yeah, I watched Attack on Titan. And I was like, oh, did you enjoy it? And he was like, well, the cartoon version wasn't available on Netflix at the time. But I saw like the live action version available, so I just watched that. And I'm just like, no, why would you do this? You're gonna make me cry. You were this close. You were this close. You were this fucking close. How could you be so close to scoring but miss so fucking bad? How could you do that? And so I was like, okay. He was like, I didn't really like it. It was kind of ridiculous, kind of funny to me. And I was like, no, please, give anime a chance, please. I'm begging you, please give anime a chance. comes back to me 6 months later, and he's like, I gave anime a chance. Now, a bit of background on my cousin. He is as much of a normal person as you could as much of a normal person as you could be. He loves Marvel movies, but at the time he was into HBO series, and he was really into The Walking Dead and other zombie movies and all like the zombie shows and movies that Hollywood and TV companies were putting out back then. So he was like, I'm kind of on a zombie binge right now. Let's try and find an anime that's also a zombie show. What do you think pops up? Guess. What do you think pops up? What do you think pops up, guys? What do you think is the second? No, technically the first anime he ended up watching is. And I can confirm, guys. I can confirm. He's not a degenerate. He's a normal functioning member of society. He watched, he comes to me and he goes, yeah, I watched High School of the Dead. Is all anime like this? It's because I just wanted to watch a zombie movie, but I didn't get why all the girls were like that. Why was like the animation like that and all the girls drawn like that? I don't get it. And I was like, I'm never gonna get another chance. I'm never gonna get another chance. Oh, one day. Third time's the charm, right, guys? Third time's the charm. He's given anime 2 chances. Unfortunately, we live in different countries, so I can't physically sit him down and put on something for him. I just have to trust that he actually listens to what I say and doesn't just go off his gut instinct, which has proved him wrong many times. But that was it. Thanks for watching, guys. No Sword Art Online today. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, look, please subscribe, smash the like button and stuff. Right, guys? Good starter anime. Yeah. High School DxD, yeah. Alright, that's been it for me for today. I've been Gigguk, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. That was my YouTube outro, and that was it. That was my list of starter anime and some more anime bullshit out there. Alright, now you're free to judge. I've shown my taste out there. Now you guys are free to judge. I've done enough judging of other people's lists. Now you are free to judge my list. Oh, all right, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, chat? What do you guys think? 7 out of 10. I'll take it. I'll take a 7 out of 10. I'll take a 7 out of 10. All right, on a scale of on a scale of Joey's opinion of Jujutsu Kaisen to on a scale of Joey's opinion to Jujutsu Kaisen, no, on a scale of my opinion on Crust to Joey's opinion on Jujutsu Kaisen to Connor's opinion on JoJo, where does it land on the scale? Where does it land on the scale? It's decent. It's decent. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. I didn't think that list was gonna go on for 2 hours. I did have some other things planned. I thought that was gonna be. Why do I always fucking do this? I was like, okay, I'll schedule in an hour for this list, and I do a fucking 2-hour stream with talking about 10 shows. How the fuck do I do this? Starter manga. I think I might do a starter manga next time. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I just like. Did you guys enjoy that? Because I basically pitched this to Alan, and I was like, I have an idea of taking, because this was almost going to be a main channel idea like 2 years ago or something, and I'm like, this is too easy. This is too basic. I don't really want to spend time on a main channel video like this, of just like recommendations and shit like that. And I was like, if I had the idea of like, if I can't do it on the main channel, maybe I could just take some of these ideas and just do it on stream, where we can edit it down for the second channel. So if you guys enjoyed that kind of content, I'll probably do more of it. I'll probably do more of it in a nutshell, not just starter anime, but just anime recommendations, different anime I want to talk about that I might not get the chance to talk about on my main channel. Starter hentai, yo, I'm not looking to get banned on Twitch, man. I'm not looking to get banned on Twitch. React to old Anime Zone reviews. I've already done that, my guy. You can watch that. You can see that in my previous VOD channels. And you can also see the highlights of that as well. But it's been fun. My dinner reservation is in 10 minutes. So I'm surprised Sydney has not come down to ask me where I am at. So who is online right now? No, don't go. This is my second stream today, guys. Come on. Come on, give me a break. Maybe I'll stream after I come back from dinner. Maybe it's Honkai time after I come back from dinner. But who is anyone online right now? Okay, since I don't have time to stream Honkai immediately, I'll keep the Honkai train going with OK Code. He'll be surprised. Tell him that I wasn't playing Honkai Star Rail for once. You can tell him that. You can tell him I've passed the baton to him. All right. If you guys are looking for some Honkai gameplay, there you go. There you go, guys. But anyway, that's been it from me for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the anime stream. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye, guys.